Hi. Sorry I'm late.
I thought you were going to come back this morning.
Well, it was such a lovely day, we decided to stay.
You know, they have this new invention called the telephone.
Oh. Well, if you were so worried, you should have used it.
I didn't want to crowd you.
Oh, so instead you do it the minute I walk in the door?
Hey, you come home 7 or 8 hours late. I mean, what do you expect me to say?
Well, let's see. For starters, you could say, hello, Jillian. Did you have a good trip? Or you could say, hi, Jillian. Do you feel any better about Edmund? If you're not upset, I'd like to hear about it. Or maybe you could say,
I get your point.
Anyway, Faith is parking the car and she's on her way up. I don't want her to walk in the middle of a fight.
Neither do I.
You know, you're not mad because I'm late. You're mad because Frank is still on the director's board of Edmund's memorial.
You know, Jillian, that's hardly the comment of someone who wants to avoid a fight.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. That's my reaction to being crowded.
So, how was the beach house? Do you feel any better?
I did some thinking about Edmund and you. I guess I feel at peace with Edmund.
Mm-hmm. What about me?
I need some more time. A couple of weeks without the emotional demands. Is that asking too much?
I'm not sure I know what you mean by emotional demands.
Just less intensity, less fireworks, less of everything.
And you see, I have a little trouble with that. It's all so wonderfully vague. What is it that I'm not supposed to do? Mention Edmund's memorial? Suggest that I might want to make love? Propose that we be a real family again? Heaven forbid I should say anything about Frank Ryan.
Now who's picking a fight?
No, there is a difference between a fight and an honest reaction.
Why don't you try understanding what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, wait. Why don't you try understanding me for once?
Oh, please. Listen, Faith is going to be up here in a second.
That's really the important thing, isn't it? We shouldn't bother Faith with our little difficulties. Well, listen, don't worry about it. I'm going to see it doesn't happen because I'm not going to be here. Welcome. Step right in.
Done, and I thank you for your help, sir.
Well, it's a privilege.
I'm a little embarrassed, John taking Mary and Jack to the subway.
The baby was tired?
Yes, and Siobhan's upstairs busy with little John, and you're left here to help me out doing the dishes after you provided the meal. Oh, and it was a beautiful fish.
Well, where I come from, being allowed in the kitchen is another way of saying you're accepted. Which is what I meant before when I say it was a privilege.
Well, I'm about to give you your last privilege. There you go.
You have a wonderful family.
Yeah.
2 daughters like Siobhan and Mary, a United States Senator and a doctor.
Oh, yes. And a daughter, married, living in Pittsburgh, Kathleen.
That's really great.
Now, what about your family? It's a big one?
No, just me.
Oh, you all by yourself? No mother or father?
Well, my mother's something like you, which is to say, warm and a mother.
Oh, okay, thank you.
She's not so well these days.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Joe.
My father wasn't such a nice man. We didn't get along.
Yeah, that sometimes happens between fathers and sons. They have trouble.
It was more than just trouble. I don't pretend about it.
Oh, is that something that you admit to everyone?
No, it isn't.
Oh.
I was 16 when he went. Things have been getting better for me ever since. With a little help, I took over the fishing business, and I'm proud of what I've done. He had 2 boats, now I've got 5.
Yeah.
Well, where should I put this?
Right on top of the stove, sir.
All right.
You're a mighty big help in the kitchen, let me tell you.
Thank you.
And the rest of your family? Are they in Sheepshead Bay?
Well, the rest of my family is my uncle and his children.
Ah.
His name is Tizo Novotny. I love him, I honor him, I don't turn my back on him, and I never discuss him.
Oh, I see.
He's been very good to me.
Your uncle's name is Novotny, and yours is Novak?
My father changed his name when my uncle started to get famous. Well, that was a long time ago.
And you took over the family business when you were only 16. My, that's very impressive, I tell you.
Well, I didn't exactly take it over right then and there. It was kind of held in trust for me. My uncle said I had to finish school first.
High school?
No, college.
Oh.
He also wanted me to know how to do anything I would ever ask anybody else to do. So, nights, weekends, vacations, I worked. First as a deckhand, helping with the nets, grading the catch afterwards, and packing it for the wholesaler. As soon as I learned one job, I was put on another. By the time I was 18, I was running my own boat in the summer. When I was 21 and graduated, I took over the office.
Well, you worked very hard.
I wanted to, which was lucky for me because I didn't have much choice.
Didn't have much choice about what?
Between working and not working.
Joe's had a very interesting life. You should ask him about it.
Maybe I will. Sometime.
You can ask your mother. She knows all about me.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Not quite.
What are you doing there? Practicing tying knots?
You can never do these too much. Besides, it relaxes me when I'm left alone with a girl's mother.
Oh, as if you need any relaxing.
They're really beautiful.
Well, if you dig around, you'll find I can do all sorts of unusual things.
Another one.
Why not? You fill it up, and I'll empty it. Feeling no pain. No pain.
Anything you say, pal.
What I say is I know how to make things right, just don't know how to make them happen.
Well, happy days.
Yeah. Are those yours?
Oh, yeah. When they were little. The little fella's in the Navy now. The girl's engaged. Boy, they should certainly grow up fast.
Bet you enjoyed them when they were young, huh?
Yeah, I still enjoy them now. But things are a little different. They're all on their own now.
A lucky man. That's what life's all about. Family, kids.
Yeah, you won't get an argument from me from there.
Damn.
Then again, it isn't always easy to try to bring them up right.
First wife couldn't have kids. Broke her heart. Broke mine, too. And she died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Second wife, great lady. Beautiful, smart, perfect in every way except one. First wife couldn't have kids. Second wife won't.
Never?
Well, it's hard to say. Not now, not for a long time. Says it's not what she needs to make her happy.
Yeah, what's that then?
I don't know. All books, work, which is a mistake. She won't listen. She just won't listen.
I want to stay with you for the rest of my life.
That is fine with me.
Yeah. As your wife, in our own home, helping with little John.
Have you, done any more thinking about it?
You mean eloping?
Yeah?
Would it mean a lot to you?
Ooh, sorta. It would, actually. What problems do you see with it?
Well, for one thing, we obviously can't run off to New Hampshire because Bob's up there dealing with the Ryan for Vice President Committee, and we'd be mixing oil and water.
Oh, I don't know about that. It could be kind of fun. Besides, you get a lot of publicity out of it.
Well, I was thinking of our wedding as something besides publicity.
So was I.
You know, don't take it easy now. Let's talk about this.
All
our wedding is going to be one of the happiest days of my life, and don't you forget it.
Then why?
Why what?
Why, after you've labored over these wedding plans for so long, why you would suddenly want to drop it all and elope?
I told you it's getting to be a bit much, and your schedule is so crowded, and I just think we should do ourselves a favor and make one small visit to a priest somewhere.
Ray,
Yes.
is all of that a way of saying that you're afraid that Jill is somehow going to interfere with our wedding plans?
No.
Because there has been a tremendous amount of tension over Edmund's memorial and my helping Jill with it.
Look, I'll admit, I find it a little bizarre. You and me and Seneca and Jill all sitting down together, but the elopement is a whole different part of my life. I love you. I love being with you. I want to marry you sooner rather than later.
I wish I were sure you would tell me if there were a problem. If you have any fears about it, I want to know about them. Look, Ray, I have fears and reservations of my own.
I'm not afraid of a thing. I swear.
Well, you certainly have no reason to be. Jill isn't a threat to us.
I know that.
She's happily married to Seneca, and the last I heard, they were planning to have a baby. She could even be pregnant now.
Darling, you do not have to reassure me. I'm very confident of your love for me. The idea of eloping was just something fun, something romantic. If it's going to be a lot of soul-searching, then it isn't worth it. We'll wait. It's all right.
Are you sure?
100%.
Because if you were that upset about my seeing Jill from time to time as a result of the memorial, then I would go. I'd elope with you tonight. But I would much rather get married because we love each other than because one of us is afraid of something. Okay?
Of course. I agree with you. Completely. You said you have, some fears and reservations of your own. What are they?
I really don't understand it. I'm just troubled. I don't know why.
Maybe just bridegroom nerves, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Look, don't take it too seriously, will you? I'm basically at peace about things.
Me too.
Don, if you'll take 2 minutes to straighten up the rest of this place, I'll go out and fix the salt cellars.
Sure. Sorry I was so long upstairs with Little John.
It's okay. I was letting your mother get to know me. She's easy to like, isn't she?
We think so?
Well, I decided to talk to her. Couldn't help noticing you didn't want to talk to me.
That's not so.
Seemed that way. However, thanks for accepting the dinner invitation.
Well, didn't have much choice.
Meaning?
I got the impression that you would consent to letting Jack interview you if all of us, especially me, accepted your invitation.
I suppose it was that way at first. The truth is, it's okay if just you come.
I'm not interested.
Yes, you are.
Oh. You know how I feel better than I do.
I can read the signals you send me, Siobhan. Some cold, some warm, some actually flirting.
No, not flirting.
I wondered if you realized. Anyway, I'm interested in you because I can tell the feeling's mutual. Is that clear?
Yeah. Misreading you would be pretty difficult. You're about as subtle as a Mack truck.
Well, I thought it was better than that. You going around with anyone now?
Yeah. 5 or 6 guys.
Anything special? Serious?
Definitely. All 5 or 6. But the group's closed, full house. What about you? Going with anybody?
I was, but not anymore. She passed away.
What?
We went out in the boat one Sunday, and fever hit her.
Oh. What kind was it?
Just fever. She died that afternoon, 2 days before our wedding.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
You're soft underneath all that armor. I thought so.
Soft? Is that a true story?
No.
None of it?
I wanted to get to know you better, and you weren't helping me any, so I had to be creative.
A fever. It's mean, manipulative, and not the least bit funny.
You have a good heart, Siobhan. Don't hide it.
Oh, now, if you dare say that I'm pretty when I'm mad.
Well, you are when you're sad.
Well, that's done. Now, how's things going in here?
Fine, terrific. Mr. Novak's just leaving.
Mr. Novak, is it? Oh, I have a feeling you've just gotten a taste of Siobhan's temper.
I understand that. I have one myself.
Yes.
Well, thanks for a beautiful dinner.
It was my pleasure, Joe. After all, it was your fish that set forth the table.
I'm glad you liked it. Oh, Siobhan.
Yeah?
If you can't make it to Sheepshead Bay, I understand. And don't worry. Jack has his story in any event.
There wasn't any way to avoid a fight. I mean, he was sitting here getting angrier by the minute.
Well, I knew you were at the beach house with me.
He wasn't mad because I was late. Look, I have this hunch that he was sitting here hoping that I would walk in and say, I'm ready. I want to have another baby.
You're probably right.
Oh, Seneca. No, I just wish that I could have said, yes, I love you, I missed you, I want to have another baby as soon as possible, and I do not resent the fact that you want to own me.
And you couldn't.
No.
Jill, is Frank a part of it in some way?
No. No, I won't let him be. Faith, he is living with Ray. They're going to get married. He is just not a part of my life anymore, okay?
Okay.
Now my main concern is just to find a way to live with Seneca.
Sure.
You know, it really helped going to the beach. About Edmund, I mean, I've come to some peace in my mind. Thanks for coming with me.
I'm glad I could help. And I really should get going because I know Tom's going to be wondering where I am.
Okay, you run along and I will be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure when Seneca comes home, he would have cooled off by then and sit down and talk about it.
You better get here soon or else I'm going to be in bed asleep.
Right up to the top, please.
Okay, pal, you're the boss.
Yeah, maybe around here. Around my place, forget it.
You're kidding.
No. If I were the boss, we'd be a happy family. That's what's driving me crazy. Whatever happened to Father Knows Best, huh?
That's too old-fashioned nowadays.
Never even got started around my place. Around there, it's Wife Knows Best. Can't say I like it very much.
How about her? She likes running the show, huh?
You see, that is a very good question. Tough question.
Mm-hmm.
She says that she needs to find out what she wants. She says that she needs to bury herself and work. But all that independence doesn't make her happy. She knows it, and I know it.
Which I guess makes the two of you.
No, but you see, it is wrong, because we could be very happy.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the way things go sometimes.
No, it doesn't have to go that way. Yeah. All she's doing is she's running away. I mean, how can I let her do that?
How can you stop her? From what you tell me, she's a very strong-minded lady.
Well, all right, I can stop her. I can stop her by stopping her, by not letting her force me out of my house.
Sounds okay to me.
I can stop her by pointing out that I'm just as much a boss as she is. By making her understand that having a baby, being a family, is the only way that we can start again.
Yeah, you know something? Babies are really a blessing.
Yeah. We had a baby last Christmas with the three of us. Best time I ever had in my whole life. It was the best time for her, too.
Whatever happened to that baby?
Well, it was an accident. Nobody's fault. He was killed.
Oh.
I want that happy time back again.
Well, sure. Absolutely.
Up to now, see, she has had it all her own way. Look at the mess we're in. Should be my turn now. I'm married. I've got some rights. You know what I mean? I've got rights.
What if the perfect guy for you is in LA or DC or New York City? Get ready to take a holiday. A new original reality series premieres tonight at 10 on SoapNet.